I'm not on Facebook. Oh, now we're live. Hi,
Yeah,
everybody.
hi everyone. You want to pull it up and see what it's
Uh,
like on
uh,
Facebook?
Let me see. I'm using my phone this time.
Yeah. I know we're on a different day, everyone, so bear with us. This is really important. We really want to talk about this. Um Marsha has some really good information to share with you guys about investing over 50. It's a lot. So,
Mm.
yeah, it's a lot.
I'm actually sharing my life with you because the training that we're going to do tomorrow
Mhm.
is is actually little things that I have done up until this point in my life, and it has made me a successful investor. And so, because of that, I want to share. I
Mhm.
mean, it doesn't make any sense to keep it all to myself, especially if someone can benefit from it.
From it.
And so, I want you to tune in tomorrow to the training. But
Training.
we've got a
Yeah.
couple of other things to talk about today.
Mhm.
And one involves the training. I'll tell you a little bit more about what we're going to be doing with the training and what we're going to be some of the strategies I'm going to be teaching on the training tomorrow. And we're also going to talk about the
Your
quiz.
that quiz.
A quiz.
Why
My
you need
investor.
it?
Yes, 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 yes. So a couple of months ago, I had the idea of coming up with an investor quiz to help anyone who was going to be investing, whether you're a beginner. Most people that have been investing for a while know about the quiz or have taken the quiz before, or a quiz. There are a number of quizzes out there,
Mhm.
but I kind of developed one for bookworm.
Mhm.
And so we're going to share about the quiz.
Mhm.
Nakia has a couple of questions that she's going to be asking me. And so we thought we'd do like a question and answer session. And if anyone has a question, they can just use a comment, since we're on Facebook, and we're also on YouTube, right?
Right. We're
Yes.
on YouTube too. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So shoot.
Well, one, why specifically over 50 is your focus? I know we can work with women under, but why is over 50? Why is that your focus?
Well, we're special. Actually, all investors are special,
For sure.
but those of us who are, hi Nancy,
Yeah.
those of us who are over 50 are much more closer to retirement.
Mhm.
We're much closer to that time where we're going to have freedom to do what we want to do when we want to do it.
Do it.
And we are so looking forward to it. But one of the things that I find, that I hear, uh, one of the concerns is that, am I going to run out of money? Do I have enough money to retire? When I get to the point where I am retired, will I have to go back into the workforce because the money is no longer there? And
Mhm.
so we don't want that. Once we are retired, we want to stay retired. And so the training that we're going to do tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about some of the strategies, investment strategies that you can use to, I wouldn't say prevent it, but minimize the chance.
Minimize, yeah.
Yes, minimize
Risk.
the chance of that happening,
Mm.
because we're concerned about it, and rightfully so. I'm also going to be talking about just not only some investment strategies, but other strategies that we need to be doing now, so that when we get to that point, when we decide we don't want to work anymore, we won't. We won't have to. And so that's why I said that I'm going to share with you some of the strategies that I have used during this process of getting to retirement in hopes to help other people, other women, to get to the point where I am now. So that's what the training is going to be about. Mm-hmm.
So this is a good question. Why do we need to take this quiz? Why would you recommend we take this quiz before tomorrow?
Okay, so we're transitioning to something else. Now we talked about the quiz that we developed. One of the things that I have heard from many investors, especially the beginner investors, when it comes to starting on this journey, is that, oh my gosh, there's so much information out there, to the point where things are just so overwhelming. That information out there is overwhelming, and sometimes that can stop you from wanting to invest. And so what we want to do is kind of narrow the focus. And once we narrow that focus, we can help you a little bit better when it comes to investing. So when we talk about building a stock portfolio, and a stock portfolio is just a basket of stocks that you choose to, of companies that you choose to invest in and hold for a period of time. And so one of the questions that will come up is that, what kind of companies do I need to invest in? What kind of companies should I buy? Should I buy the latest company that's just coming onto the market and is trendy, like that Roblox? You heard of Roblox?
Roblox.
Especially if you have children or even grandchildren. They're big into Roblox, or something like an Airbnb company, or should I stay away from them and buy big companies that are much more established, that have been around, like, I don't know, CVS or Coca-Cola? Or should I look into investing only in tech companies like Microsoft or Apple? So that comes to mind when you start to choose the companies that you want to invest in. And one of the things that can help you focus in on deciding what type of company you want to invest in is to know your investing style. Is to know, to be able to identify what type of investor are you. And we can make it really simple. I hear Nancy talking about yes, aggressive. Yes, we make it really simple to identify you as an aggressive investor, or a moderate investor, or a conservative investor. And the thing about it is that most of us know what type of investor we are. We have some idea. And I'll give you an example. Suppose you are the person that you hear about that latest company coming out, that IPO coming out, and you say to yourself, yes, please, I want to invest in that company, because I know that if I put my money in now and invest in now and wait about a year to 2 years, it's going to blow up. I'm going to make a lot of money. And you're okay with that. And you see that is kind of a pattern of your investing style. That gives you some idea that you're more of an aggressive investor. And that's okay. So you've identified your investing style, as opposed to a person that, on the opposite end, they hear about an IPO or a new company coming out, and they're like, no thanks.
No thanks.
Nope. Because if I'm going to invest, I want to be able to know the fundamentals of the company. I wanted to be able to say, is this a profitable company? Is it an undervalued company? So I need history. And so then that will let you know that you're more of a conservative investor. And you know what? That's okay. You've already identified that you're a conservative investor. You know then the type of companies that
That.
you would invest in. And so the quiz
Mhm.
that we made up is just a way to confirm it. That's all it is. It's just a
Mhm.
confirmation. And it's not a test. You're not sitting up there an hour going through 100 questions. Nope. It's 8
Eight.
simple questions. And it's like putting you in different scenarios to be able to you for you to say, what would you do?
Mhm.
And so it's fun. And that's all it is. It's just a way to confirm the type of investor that you are. Mhm.
Mhm.
And you know, it's not something that you all once you figure out that you are this type of investor, that you'll always be this type.
Right.
You can
It'll
change. You will
change.
transition. Yeah. But that's all the quiz is about. And so I invite everyone to go take the quiz, see what type of investor that you are,
You are.
share that information with your friends, and ask them, especially if they're going to be investing, or to find out, you know, what kind of investor are you? So
Mhm.
take it and share.
Yes, I remember reading into some information, and someone else had mentioned that, but they gave a totally different wording to it. They didn't say investor style, but they
Mm,
said you don't know your investor strategy was one word, and I think the other one was like you don't even know how you would like to invest. You
mhm,
know, you're just buying and buying, but you don't even have a plan, and it's because you don't really know how you'd like to invest. You don't know
mhm.
your style.
And you don't,
And
yep.
yeah.
So what that does is when you know your style, you'll know the
Mhm.
type of companies that you'll be investing in. That's it. It's very simple.
Yeah, see, people are looking at charts and things like that, and you're not even very sure of what your risk tolerance is. She goes through a lot with this
Yeah, yeah.
course that she's going to be mentioning tomorrow. So she's going to train you, but it's good for you guys to find out about it beforehand
Mhm,
because there's something very special about how she's going to bring this information out tomorrow. It
mhm.
may be a tad bit controversial,
Well, yes.
tad
Some
bit.
of one strategy in particular,
Hmm.
um, if I'll say this, if I was a certified financial planner, I couldn't mention this particular strategy to you because it goes against um, what a professional would tell you.
Tell you.
But I did it, and it worked for me. So it's not. It's just come in with an open mind. That's all I
Hmm.
want to tell you, and just say, that's kind of risky. I don't know if I would do that. Okay, that's fine. But at least
But
you know
you
about
know,
these. Yeah,
you
yeah.
know the strategy, and you can
Hmm.
actually try and execute it if that's
Hmm.
something you're interested in doing.
Right.
And it will work for those of us under 50, but
Well, it's for you all too, because keep
yeah,
living, you'll get
you
there.
go.
Yeah, and we all want to retire happy.
Mhm.
That's it. Just be able to retire and
Right.
just enjoy the rest of our lives and not have to worry about, not seriously worry about, oh, am I going to run out of money?
Got
Because
money.
I'm not going to lie about it. It's there,
Mhm.
but it's not heavy on your shoulders that you are really freaking out about. But yeah, it's still, you still kind of ask yourself, ooh, what am I going to do to keep from running out of money? And just,
Mhm.
have a plan. And I'm going to give you some of those plans that you can institute now so that when you get to where I am, you'll be fine. You'll be
Yes,
fine.
yes. And for those of you who are under 50, it still applies to you too.
Come on and
This is
join us.
Yeah, come and join us. It's an
Mhm.
interesting strategy because I know some of us might not be thinking about retirement. We still have to think about that idea of what retirement is taught to us as a place of where we get to be free and do things we want and not worry about running out of money. So that's what we want to do. So still the same thing. We may not be interested in retiring because the way jobs are now, but we do want to have the freedom that, investing in the stock market can give you. It does have the freedom to do that.
Right. And the other things, I want to give you some strategies that you can do even after you're retired. The whole thing is trying to get you started now to work up to retirement. But even after you retire, I want you to have that. So, you can still have some income coming in retirement, even if you're not working, have that income. So, we'll talk about that too.
Yeah. And those of you who are in retirement and you're like, woo, I'm almost there. I'm scared. Come on in.
Yeah.
We'll help you too.
In fact, I was telling Nakia that prior to this call, I was on a Zoom call with a young lady who is a specialist in talking about Social Security and all the things related to taking Social Security. And it's a lot. But, that's going to end up being a part of your plan, too, is to get that right. Make sure you have your Social Security right. So that's going to be another income coming in. So we just want to build on some income coming in and not have to work. That's it. Okay. So we got a couple of questions. What about the companies that are in Kickstart? Is they a good idea?
She mentioned that you answered it, but you can expound on this because I would like to know.
In Kickstart, I have no idea what
you haven't heard of Kickstart.
No.
Was wondering, but
no, I have to. I mean, what is that?
So this is a good question, Nancy, because you're the one who asked it, and she's going to laugh at us in a second. But I believe is that a part of Bitcoin? Because I'm going to be honest, I've heard of it before, but I don't know what it's for. Is it investing or is it trading? Because there is a big difference between the two. And with Bookworm, we teach how to invest, and it can help you to be a good trader. But there's fundamentals in investing that, Dr. Marshall teaches that helps you on both aspects. I think it's good. We need both.
And we'll talk about that tomorrow too.
I know. I was trying to keep it like
it's okay.
Say a little bit, but not too much.
For those of you all who are interested in trading, got information on that too. But I am curious to know what Kickstart is. I guess it's something for me to investigate when we get off the call, because honestly, I have never heard of Kickstart. And Nancy, what I can do is when I look it up and get some information, I can certainly either I'll find a way to get in contact with you.
Okay, this is what she said. No, very new companies that are starting.
Oh, okay.
So she's saying, what about companies that are just starting?
Oh, like are
they good to invest in?
Well, I'm wondering if you're talking about IPOs. A person who wants to do that would be more of an aggressive type person, because if that is what I'm thinking it is, there could be a lot of risk involved in IPOs, because sometimes they make it and sometimes they don't. So yeah, it's if that's what it is, and if you have that aggressive mindset. And the other thing is that when we talk about the type of investor that you have, the three things that you really want to look at are, number one, your risk tolerance. And if you have a high risk tolerance, then you're more leaning towards an aggressive type of being an aggressive type of investor, because you are saying that you don't mind taking the risk, because if it works out, you're going to get a big reward as a result of that. So high risk, high reward. So we think of your risk tolerance is one thing. The other thing we think of is when we talk about the type of investor that you are is your time horizon. Now, depending on how young you are, if you know that you're going to be in this company or in the market for a long period of time, like 10, no, actually not that, 15, 20, 30 years, you can afford to be an aggressive investor because you have that time to ride out the ups and downs of the market. But if you are saying, your plan is to like get out of the market in about 5 to 7 years, you don't want to play that aggressive role. You want to either take a step down to be a moderate investor, which is like a little bit of combination of both.
Yeah, you're a combination of both at times. It depends on the company. I'll ask you. You're like, no, not that one. You're like, yeah, I'll do that one.
Or if you're more conservative and you know that, you don't want to take any risk, you're not going to be in the market for a long time. And a short period of time, then you're more conservative. You don't want to take on that aggressive role. So, and the other thing, it depends on what your goals are. If you're younger and your goal is to put money away for retirement, you can be aggressive. But as you get towards your retirement, you probably want to start being a little bit more conservative or more moderate. And I can attest to that because it's only recently that I've stepped out of that aggressive role and come down a little bit to more being a more moderate investor. Yeah. But I do. It can take you on a pretty wild ride being an aggressive investor, and you really have to have the stomach for it too. Especially as you get older. Yeah, because you don't want to lose that money that you've made. Shoot.
Not only that, when you guys take the quiz, because I know you're going to do it, because you either look up for Facebook, I believe, or you'll look down below in the description box for YouTube. But there's more involved than just taking the test to find out what your investor style is. She's describing them very simple, but the information you guys get from it is way more in depth. She goes right into an easy, understandable strategy of what you can start off with once you know what your investor style is.
Yeah.
Once you know what it is, now she gives you a little bit more understanding of how it works for you or how it can work for you. So I think it's really good you guys take it. So you're ready for tomorrow. So
yeah, because we'll talk about being the types of investor also in the training tomorrow.
Hey,
Hi, Wanda. How are you? That's Wanda. Wanda is, what was Wanda? Was she aggressive?
I believe she was aggressive.
Yeah. Okay, so Nancy is talking about very new companies that are starting. It's okay, Kickstarter. Okay,
that's what she's saying.
You're helping a company get started. You're giving them money, you're investing in them, and still in the hopes that they are going to be successful. So yeah, that's more aggressive.
I guess I'll give an example because I remember I asked about it. You were like, no, they're starting off. Let's wait and see where, let's get a little history. I did some research, but I listened to you on it, but I still ended up investing in them. And then I pulled out right before they were starting to fall.
Okay. So what company was
Beyond? It was Beyond
Meat. Okay.
They had
they've
just
been doing one of these
up.
numbers up and down and up and down and up and down. And I haven't looked at them in a while. I really haven't, because their price was, that wasn't my style.
They started at 60 and they got up as high as to 186, somewhere in there.
And then dropped right back down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Yeah. But that was at that time, that was a Kickstarter or a startup, or they have just, I guess, opened themselves to the market at that time. So
I think that there's a difference between a Kickstarter and an IPO.
okay, wondering if there is a difference.
I'm going to look at that, and then I can give you more information about that.
Okay.
So Wanda did take the test, and she was more moderate with a little bit of aggressiveness. And that's the other thing. You can be like a little bit of both. So yeah, but it's a fun quiz, and Wanda can tell you that it's really simple. It doesn't take a lot of time, and it's only 8 questions, like I said before. So yeah, just take it, and then come on to our training tomorrow, because I do want you to take quite a bit away from that training and to implement some of the strategies that we're going to be talking about tomorrow.
And if you guys don't know, it will not be live like this. It will be live like Zoom. So you'll be able to ask us questions, talk with us. It's very connection. So we do want you guys to get an understanding of how to use the quiz. We're going to say it again, how to use the information you get from that quiz to benefit you. So
in the training.
The
over 50 training. Yay.
But if you're already getting ready to retire like me, you can come too.
Oh, girl. Come on. Well, you know what? There's a difference. There are different definitions of retirement. You know, it's not really based on age. It's based on your time freedom. You do what you want to do. And let's say, do you register for the training?
Down below.
Yep. Yes.
All you have to do is a link down below in the description box of this video. I think she's watching on YouTube, and there's a link to join in on that. All you have to do is register, and we send you the Zoom link so that you're able to get in live. And we also send you a reminder.
Yes.
So you don't miss.
So I truly hope to see everybody there for the training, and yeah, we'll have some good information for you.
All right, just check down below. And if you're on Facebook, wherever you see description, just look for the links and click on them. You know how we like to do. Just click on our phones and things. So please do find us there.
Let me see if we have, let's see. Centrea was talking about charts. These charts are hard. I have no idea where to start. What charts?
Reading charts.
No, when you say charts, it's like at first I thought it was talking about what we do in trading.
Because that would be the only reason we would be reading
the bar charts. Yeah. Yeah, we need to talk, Dr. Crawford. if trading is what you want to do.
I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
She said, I have no idea where to start with the charts.
Don't worry, I got you covered.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah, we're trying not to say too much. We want you guys to be there.
I want you to come. Yeah. Okay.
It's really good. All right, everyone.
And thanks for coming on short notice today.
Yeah.
We do this sometimes. It's just like, okay, let's get on and talk.
Yeah.
But we're going to go back to our regular Wednesday evening investor chat too. We'll start that back up too.
Cool. Awesome. All right, everyone. So peace and love, and I hope you guys enjoy your evening.
And we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.